Yes.
All right. Mary Cheatham and Brenda, how are y'all?
Hi.
Really good.
Good. Have you guys had a good morning?
Absolutely. Great productive morning, and I'm happy to be here.
Good. Y'all, it's been so rainy all week, so I'm just, ready for a little bit of weekend time and time, whether it's indoors or outdoors. We'll see how it goes.
That's the truth. Although I'm not sure we're going to see any sunshine this weekend. I don't know. I haven't actually looked at the forecasting. Is that right, Brenda? It's going to be.
I don't think so. We looked out last weekend. I think if anyone's boating, probably not this weekend.
That's right.
Last weekend was a gift. That's all I got to say.
Last weekend was a total gift.
It was.
It was. Walter and I have gotten very into Tiny House Nation. I don't know if you guys have seen that, but it's really hard to find a show that appeals to a 41-year-old and a 10-year-old, especially a female and a male. He's like, Mama, I don't want to watch any more cooking shows. But the Tiny House Nation is adorable. It's like a different family every time, and they're building a tiny house. It's so cute. So just in case you guys are stuck indoors and need something wholesome to watch, we've watched all the old MacGyvers. So now we're moving on to Tiny House Nation.
You can put one out back.
That's right. That's exactly right.
Oh my goodness. That is so funny. Well, it looks like folks have hopped on and are ready for us to get started. So we are really excited this morning, this Friday morning. We are here with Brenda Reish. She is the executive director of the Carteret Community College Foundation. For some reason, that's so hard for me to spit out.
Yeah.
But we are excited to have her here. She's going to fill us in on kind of everything that the foundation does, how we can help, and a little bit more about the community college in general. So Brenda, hi, we're excited.
Hi, I am too. When you asked me to partake in this and I watched the videos, excited. This is new for me, but I was honored with the invitation. So thank you.
Well, we're thrilled. We're really happy to have you. We're really happy to have you. And guys, I don't know, we were kind of prepping for this and talking, and, I think that we all are proud that we have the community college, right? And we're constantly, I don't know about y'all, I'm constantly interacting with folks who have a role there, whether they teach there or work there, whether they were educated there. I know in particular, a lot of folks who are nurses or, a lot of folks who are in the health sciences field. I constantly run into people who are associated with the community college in some way, but it's really, this is such a great opportunity for us to stop and just be so appreciative of what we have and really to understand more about it. So this has been eye-opening for me as we've researched about the community college and kind of learned more about it. And Brenda's role in particular is so amazing. We've got how many community colleges statewide, Brenda? 58?
58 in the community college North Carolina system.
Okay, so we got 58, and so there are 58 community college foundations because, each of the community colleges has to run on the budget provided by the state. So they've got to have, these foundations that help to augment, to help to support their programming and their buildings and the supplies and the equipment and all the things that you need to support the students and to make sure they have what they need to learn. So Brenda is just doing a phenomenal job. She's held several different roles with the Carteret Community College, and now she is killing it in this role. So Brenda, I think, one of the things that I want to know from you is if you had to give us kind of a brief overview of what the foundation does, what would you tell us?
Sure. We are the fundraising arm of the college, and we help supplement the state budget. And what that means is we, of course, through the state, unfortunately, don't get extra funding for needs of equipment and scholarships. And that's what we're here to help with. We range from helping students with scholarship funding, buying textbooks, extra needs, emergency needs, right down to helping fulfill that new equipment budget for all of the programs. We have over 30 programs here. And you can imagine what they need to run a class, run a lab. But we're also here, the college can't hold a mortgage, so we're here when we can to purchase property to help them expand for the needs, like that Big Rock Career Center that's coming soon and is really needed. So we're excited.
Yeah, so tell us, so just to dive right into the Big Rock Career Center. So the Big Rock Career Center is, as I understand it, a place where folks who might be older, might be on their, not necessarily on their first career path, right? Where they can kind of get plugged in and get the training that they need and feel comfortable coming onto a college campus. Is that right? That's kind of the way that's going to function?
Exactly. So in partner with NC Works, which most people know would have been the unemployment office,
Right.
hand in hand with NC Works through the Department of Commerce to help people who have found themselves for whatever reason unemployed to get reemployed, find a job that suits them, but that also might mean additional training. But so we'll have that piece to the Career Center, but we're also helping our new students find jobs. And it'll come down to success coach, career coach. The re-entry program will be in that building as well from the correctional facility. It's amazing what's going to come out, the work that's going to be done there. But it's also a place for a lot of our small businesses, any of our businesses, to come to us with job opportunities. And we will post them. We will share them. If, let's say, for example, they don't have a space to hold interviews, they can come in that building and use the boardroom and hold interviews. So it's just going to be, I wish it was going to be twice the size.
That is so cool. And so when does that building officially open, Brenda?
The construction is to be completed the end of June. And then, of course, they've got to get the inside ready.
Right.
Now we're looking to mid-July that will be open for our community to use.
That is just so amazing. That is so cool. And you guys have some other kind of auxiliary buildings and spaces that you have added to the college campus, right? What else is there that you guys have been integral recently in getting off the ground?
So the foundation helped purchase the Carteret Tire building. Gosh, I think that was in 2015. And that is now our automotive technology program. And that started as a certification program through corporate community education. With the increase of the needs for trades, that's actually now an associate's degree program. And we are surpassed what that building will allow us to do. We max out with our students, but it's a great program. We have a wonderful faculty, Brian Salter, and it's a popular program. You can also have your community folks during the summer, especially, they might run just how to take care of your engine,
Right.
oil, something simple like that.
Right. Okay. So, and I think that's so interesting is that you've got maybe 2,000 students at any given time who are actually pursuing a degree, right? And
Yeah.
then you've got also 3,000 other students, roughly, these are rough numbers, who are doing, it's your corporate and education programming?
Community education, it's a combination of certification classes, for example, marine propulsion, HVAC, electrical, masonry comes out of that, the captain's licensing, but we also have fun classes. You can take your yoga through that program, learn how to cook, dance class if you want to learn to shag. So
I just think that is so cool. I mean, to think about that. So you've got these folks, you've got I think what's amazing about it is that the classes that you guys offer and the certifications and the degrees, they meet people where they are.
yes.
That's what I think is really important here to point out to everybody that, this is not just about a graduating senior having a 2-year option and then going on to another university, which certainly that's a great thing. I don't mean to discount that. That's a wonderful option, but that's what I think a lot of times we think about when we think about a community college. And I think that I really hope that if folks are watching this, that they're able to walk away and realize that when you support the foundation, you support so much more than that, because it's all sorts of people who want to learn for fun, and a lot of people who are able, because of this, to enter into these trade jobs that mean that they can support their families. It's just amazing.
Level too. Oh my gosh. The folks that graduate from our welding class, a great example, we now run the CDL class, the truck driving, and
Right.
last year's group, there were 8. When they completed that certification course, all of them had a job offer, and none of those job offers were below 40,000. So it's just, it's amazing with a 2-year trades degree and our health sciences, of course, the nursing program, the radiography and respiratory therapy, they're hired before they graduate.
Right. It's just a really, really amazing thing. And I know that you guys are so proud of not only your students, but the spaces that you're creating. I mean, you really are able to provide cutting edge spaces, comfortable spaces, spaces that have the equipment that's needed. It's really amazing what you guys are able to do.
Exactly. And as things change, especially anything with technology, that's where it plays an important role for support from our community. Equipment is expensive, and we try to keep it. We have to keep the cutting edge technology available to train our students on.
Yeah. So what do you really wish that people knew about the foundation?
I want them to know that, which I think we support all programs. It's not just a few. Some of our events are, focused on a few, but welding can't cook a cake like baking pastry. So,
Right.
Support all of our programs, and that's why unrestricted funding is so important. And when you come to our events, that's what you're supporting, allowing us to help every area greatest need. We ask our faculty and staff to turn in their wish list if money was no option. And then we just kind of go from there to keep relevant. But I also want folks to know we have a fabulous board of directors, and they are volunteers. We have 22 experts, each in their own area. And I hope they know how important they are with guiding us to do the right thing.
I think that's so incredible. I love that. And I want to clarify for folks, when you say unrestricted funding, so just so everyone understands, when a grant or when money is given from an individual or from a company to the foundation, lots of times it's earmarked for a specific purpose. And so they have these various events. And Brenda, I'd love for you to tell us about some of those, especially the ones that are upcoming. But when we as a community support and attend these events, it gives them unrestricted funding that the foundation then, I'm sure with the help of your board of directors, can come in and decide how to allocate that money. So that money is really important because it lets them do what they do best, which is decide, how it needs to be spent to really help the most people and impact the most lives. Right, Brenda?
So one of our fun events was Shuck, Rattle, and Roll. We love the name. We love the event. We actually had to postpone that. That was going to be in March. We had over 500 people attend in 2019, and it only gets better every year. So we're hoping to have a mini Shuck this fall. We haven't set a date yet. We're still working that out.
Right.
Our next big event is our fishing tournament, which our Spanish mackerel and dolphin fishing tournament, and it's a family-friendly, fun event. Who else can win $1,000 for a Spanish mackerel? A 3-pound fish might win that one. You never know what's going to happen. And it's a 2-day event. And like I said, it's really geared towards families. It's a whole lot of fun. And then we'll always have our golf tournament in the fall. One of our great events every year, we've been doing it since 2010, and it's only grown, is our Escoffier Chef's Dinner Series. And yes. January, February, March, we sell out every year. Unfortunately, we didn't get to have March, but that's kind of 2-part. It generates money to use for culinary and other areas of the program, but off the top, that's what sends our hospitality and culinary students to France each year for 5 weeks on their Gellner Exchange intern program, which we are the only community college in North Carolina that has that.
I love that.
Cool.
And so I think for somebody like me and somebody like Meg, I think, Meg, what I want to make sure that we do is underneath this in Facebook, can we please post not only where do we go to sign up for the really cool classes like the yoga and the wine,
Yep.
and also how can we make sure that we are apprised as far as your upcoming events? I guess it would be follow you guys on Facebook, right?
Definitely.
Okay.
Cool. Yeah.
We have a college page and we have a foundation Facebook page.
Okay.
A lot of times we share, but we do have 2. We always try to share each other's information because it only gets out to more people.
So I'll post those below and make sure people follow both the community college and the foundation just so they're up to date. But what a simple way to support the local community college is just simply by attending these events. I think that's so fun. And I've been to a couple of them and they're very fun.
I mean, twist my arm.
Twist my arm. I'll go eat some good food.
Exactly. And I love that. It's so good, Brenda. It's so good.
No, a lot of the times it evolves around food. So,
Right.
All good times do.
Right. Truth. I love that. That's exactly right. Well, Brenda, this has been so good. Is there anything that we didn't ask you that we should have? Anything that you want to make sure that you convey to the folks who are with us today?
well, I do want to, one other thing that we didn't touch on that is real important are our high school students. And parents, just so parents know, they can reach out to any counselor here to find out, learn about the opportunities for our high school population. We have the College and Career Promise, which your high school students are taking college courses while they're still in high school. They're getting those credits, and it costs them very little to do that. And they can knock out their gen ed classes while they're still in high school. And that is a huge money saver for parents.
Yeah.
And so we ask them, always reach out to a counselor and find out the opportunities for our high school students.
I love that. And I would think that as a high school student, if you're going to college somewhere else, not only would having those things off your plate, it's a money saver for the parents, but wouldn't that give you just a boost going into college and saying, well, I've already got some stuff done. So you're right. That is definitely a demographic that we haven't touched on, who is also served by what you guys do.
Exactly. So, we have the Mast Early College on campus, and a lot of those students are enrolled in our trades classes. And this year we would have had our first, while they're still in high school, Mast Early Colleges students would have walked the stage, and they were, I believe they had received certificates already in welding, and they're not even out of high school yet.
That's amazing. I mean, talk about preparing somebody to be able to immediately hit the ground running and supporting themselves and moving forward with something that's going to be something that can support them and their families in the future. I think
Absolutely.
That's so awesome.
And I feel like, going off of what you just said, Brenda, if I were to tell my high school self, I would have done something like that hands down. I mean, you're just so far ahead in college, or if you go into a trade field. I think that's just such a great idea, and something that I wish I did when I was in high school.
Absolutely. And most of the time those classes are at the high schools. They don't now some on occasion, I think, come to the campus, but a lot of those classes are at the high schools. We have made an extra effort to go out to the high schools.
Absolutely.
Be there for them.
It just doesn't get any easier than that.
Exactly.
Yeah. Well, that is awesome. Brenda, thank you. I feel like I could just keep talking to you forever. I still have a million other questions that I want to ask you. And I'm hungry. I want to go to I'm already ready for dinner. It's 9:30 in the morning. I'm ready for dinner. I want to go to one of those. I've heard that those dinners I've never had the opportunity to go one, but I've heard the dinners are amazing.
Me too.
They're absolutely amazing. And I always tell people, you need to come hungry. Do not eat that day. Come hungry. It's for me, the dessert's always the best part, and it's amazing what they create. It's just it is.
I'm excited. I want to make sure, Meg, we got to stay on top of that so we can get registered for that early.
I know, absolutely.
So 2021 will be in our new building, our new Hospitality Culinary Arts Center.
Yes. Gosh, y'all have got a lot going on, Brenda. It's amazing. Thank you. Thank you so much for everything that you guys do. I love that you're so appreciative of your board. I know that they're incredible also. Y'all have got a lot going on, Brenda. It's really amazing, and it's really been fun to spend some time with you. Thank you for taking your time to be with us.
Yes.
I'm so glad to, and thank you for this. It's been a lot of fun, and we always welcome visitors on campus.
Good. Well, Brenda, before you hop off, I know you've seen some of our previous videos. We want to ask you the question that we ask all of our guests here on Coffee with MC. Are you ready for it?
I'm ready.
Woohoo! Okay, so this comes from a podcast that both Mary Chew and I listen to. It's called For the Love with Jen Hatmaker. Excuse me. I don't know why I don't get choked up. I get nervous asking this question. It's a big one. So, Brenda, the question is, what is saving your life right now?
Well, it's about living for purpose. And while I love my career and what I do, my family is probably, that I would say that's what's saving my life. My Lee Simmons, I wouldn't have wanted to be quarantined with anybody else. And those daily calls to family and our evening calls with we have two little grandbabies, boys that turned 3, unfortunately, during the quarantine. And, those are important.
I love that.
That is precious.
That's good, Brenda.
Brenda, thank you so much. Again, we know you're busy, so thank you for taking the time today to sit down with us. We know a ton of folks watching this are just going to learn so much about the community college and the foundation, and just learn how to support it and help you all out. So thank you so much.
Thank you very much. You ladies have a great day.
Bye,
Thanks
Brenda.
so much, Brenda. You too. Thank you. Well, Meg, I'm telling you, I feel like I'm learning so much from
Me
doing
too.
this. It's just, it's awesome.
It really is. It really is. Brenda is she was actually, for those of you watching, she was actually nominated by someone who was on the board to be on Coffee with MC, which is so sweet. And we see why. So she's such a breath of fresh air, just such a light. I know I say that a lot, but genuinely just so great. I love that.
Yeah. And you can tell that she really is invested in helping and making the right decisions. I love the fact that she's held several different roles at the college, because I think that gives her such the ability to evaluate and understand how to make those decisions with everyone's best interest in mind.
Me too. I was just thinking that. Yeah, she's been there since 2008.
So she said.
Wow. Yeah. That's awesome. Yeah. How cool. We're lucky to have her.
No kidding.
Yeah.
No kidding.
Cool. Well, MC, I want to ask you, you knew it was coming. Have you
I know. I thought I was going to get away with it. I know. Although actually I have been thinking about what's saving my life. And I'm excited. I know you know this, but my only sister, Catherine, is coming to town today. So she's here. She lives in Charlotte with my 2 nieces, Millie and Lucy, and my brother-in-law, Scott, and just love them. I haven't seen them in forever, of course, because of everything that's going on, but they're kind of in flux with, they're both going to be working from home, but their daycare is reopening, just kind of some craziness that means that we get to have them for a week. So I'm really, really excited about them coming and spending some time with them.
That'll be really fun. Mary Cheatham, I've actually never met your sister in person, but I can only imagine how cool and great and hilarious she is if she's in.
You're sweet. She is. She's wonderful. She's wonderful. She's great. Cool. I'm excited for you to meet her. I
know. Yeah, that'll be
absolutely. Fun. Well, what's saving your life, Miss Meg?
Well, yesterday morning, I taught a class outside in the Train Depot gazebo for Downtown Bar. So we had Anna on a couple weeks ago, the owner of the Downtown Bar, and I taught a class outside, a little HIT class this morning. It was pouring rain in the gazebo. It was covered, of course, so we weren't getting wet, but it was the coolest experience ever. I mean, we were all spaced out well, but I just felt so connected to the ladies that were there, and the fact that it was raining, there was a nice breeze. It was just such a good pick me up for the week. And I just think the Downtown Bar and a ton of gyms here have just done such a great job of offering virtual and outdoor classes. And especially now as the weather gets better, I think going to these outdoor classes will save your life too. So if you guys
love that.
Yeah.
And Meg, the other thing that I hear you saying actually is bigger than that, because I don't know about you, but I'm really excited about this next phase, these next phases of reentry and everything. And of course it needs to happen for so many people and for so many reasons. And I'm nervous about it. Mm-hmm. I feel like we've all kind of learned how to navigate this little, bubble that we've been in and kind of figured this out. And now I think we're going to be, back out in the open and back out exposed to people and interacting with people that we're not used to interacting with. And I think that there's going to be a lot of beauty in that too, as long as we stay focused on that. So what I hear you saying is that you ventured out there and it really wasn't that scary.
Yes, I dipped my big toe in. It was great.
Exactly right.
It was a very small class, but it was just nice to be around folks and be doing something that I love. So yeah, that saved my life this week.
That's a good one. Well, happy Friday. As always, thank you for doing this with me.
Thank you, MC. Have a good weekend.
Thanks so much. You too. Bye.
Bye.